Welcome, magical souls. This is Halo Witch, and we're going to do a collective love reading. So we're going to tap into the person on your mind, the person you're dealing with, or just the person that the universe wants you to know about. We're going to tap into their secret, hidden feelings, so that way you can have some guidance on how to kind of navigate your love journey and situation with this person. Spirit, give me some in the shadows messages, please. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. We have, I know I made a mistake. So someone feels like they made a mistake. Someone feels like they messed things up. I know more than you think. Very interesting. Let me see just kind of what comes through for me psychically upon seeing these. I feel like this person that you're dealing with or dealt with, they know what they're doing. They know what they did. They may have presented their energy to you like they're kind of clueless. Like, that's what I'm sensing here. I'm sensing someone who tries to play it safe by pretending like they're clueless, or pretending like they don't know what's going on, or pretending like, you know what I mean? Like, this person tries to like trick you, I feel, or fool you. They've made mistakes, but they led you to think that something was your fault, or there's something more you could have done, or you know what I mean? I feel like this person, unfortunately, takes a lot of time trying to hide their feelings rather than just be open about things. Like, this person you're dealing with puts a lot of effort into hiding their emotions or hiding how they really feel. And it's extremely frustrating for you. Let's see what's going on here. So we have strong Virgo energy. You could be dealing with a Virgo. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio. I feel like this person can get very distant. I feel like this person can get very distant, and you are hoping that they open up, or you're hoping that things aren't always this way. You're hoping that eventually, I know more than you think. Yeah, this person has answers that you need, that you want, you know, and they hide a lot. And it's extremely frustrating for you because you just want closure, you just want answers, you just want to know where you stand with this person. Yeah, Two of Swords, you want to make a decision. Air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. You're wanting to make a decision, but it's very hard for you to make a concrete decision. 444 is coming through. A set in stone decision, because you don't have all the information. You don't want to make a decision that you regret based off of information you didn't have. You know what I mean? What's also strongly coming through for me here is like I'm getting, for example, as a clairvoyant empath, tapping into this journey and the energy, I feel like this reminds me of a situation where you care about someone deeply and they make all of these like very small, minuscule mistakes. They're still hurtful, but there's no true understanding why. Like, they just leave things kind of in the air. And then once you finally realize what the truth is, you're just kind of like, oh, well, that was just a huge misunderstanding. This is something that I could overlook. You know what I mean? So it's like, had you known the truth, it's like one of those situations where you walk away from someone because they're not communicating in a way that you need them to. But the truth isn't even as bad as you thought it would be. So it leaves you frustrated. Like, I have to laugh because it's, as an empath, just tapping into the emotions that you're feeling as the viewer here, it's so frustrating because it's like, had you just known that, it wouldn't have even been a big deal. You would have been more open, more understanding, but this person didn't give you an opportunity to be understanding because they kept hiding their emotions and the way they're feeling, and that is a huge mistake. I feel like that's what the mistake is. I know I made a mistake. I know more than you think. They say like, well, I'm not sure what the problem is, or I'm not sure what's bothering me, or I'm not sure how I feel, but truly they do. They do know exactly how they're feeling. This person just has a very hard time communicating, and it's frustrating for you. Spirit, can you tell me more, please? This card here. The Magician. Things can still turn out very positive here, you know? I feel like things still have the opportunity to turn around here. You're wanting to make a decision. 3 of Pentacles, working as a team. You want to work on things with this person. You don't want, there's nothing in you that is just wanting to let go of this connection. You care about this person deeply. They truly have affected you emotionally, but this person is like a closed book. They're a closed book. I feel like they can talk about other things like hobbies, interests. I feel like this person can talk a mile a minute about anything else besides their feelings and besides the things that you should be talking about, communicating about. What are the feelings? How is this person feeling towards the viewer, Spirit? Can you tell me how they're feeling towards the viewer? Let's get some feelings, Spirit. Let's get some feelings. So current feelings are guarded. They're very guarded, and they come off uninterested. This person's defensive till no end, which is very frustrating for you because I don't feel like you have ill intentions at all. This person could have been very hurt in past relationships, and it has created such a defense mechanism that it is like getting through a brick wall. This kind of connection and relationship would take a lot of chiseling away at layers of traumas. I just got the message that, I just tapped into the message that this person in past relationships was very confident and like really put themselves out there, and every connection would kind of just like crash down. Now this is collective, so keep that in mind. So whether they were in one relationship, 2, 3, like depending on how many serious past relationships this person has been in, I feel like they were very serious. And then things just kind of did not go the way they planned. And so now they have this defense mechanism of protecting themselves, putting up a boundary, putting up barriers, really, not even boundaries. I mean, I guess you can say boundaries, but it's like almost like a brick wall. And it's very hard. And then you're offering your love, and sometimes they can be very disconnected. Spirit, can you give me some more information on feelings? Is there any attraction or chemistry here? Oh, wow. Wow. As I say that, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy, beautiful, beautiful confirmation. And then we have that paired with the Eight of Swords. This person is very attracted to you. The Lovers is a magnetic pole. Snakes are coming through for me, which actually represent a lot of other, online websites or other readers I know have connected snakes to, just deception and sneaky behavior. But for me as a reader, snakes definitely represent, I don't really connect snakes with, sneaky behavior. I connect snakes with adaptability. Transformation. When the snake sheds its skin, there's something beautiful happening, because it's like literally reborn again, the same way a butterfly. For me as a reader, snakes are very similar to butterflies. So spiritually, I do like seeing the snake, because it represents adaptability, the willingness to change, the possibility of shedding one's old skin and releasing things that are no longer serving them, and being able to change. So I just want to mention that, because with the snake here and here, I see that as a message that there is definitely a chance for adaptability here. But I do have to say, with the Lovers, this person's passionate about you. They care about you. This person is very passionate. There's true love here. They truly love you. This person cares for you more than you think. They're very in their head. There's lots of passion, and this person has a lot of mental struggles. This person has a lot of anxieties. This person has a lot of fears. This person has a lot of abandonment issues, fear of fear of being hurt. This person has a very hard time getting out of their head and just living in the moment. You know what I mean? Just living in the moment. This person does not live in the moment often. So this person does tend to make mistakes that they regret, and this person has been very hurt. This is someone who loves you a lot. There's a lot of care and feelings involved with the Lovers. but this person literally needs to put effort into getting out of their head, is what I'm seeing here. Spirit, can you tell me more about the viewer's energy? Let's see what your energy kind of is on this whole. So we have Four of Wands, reconciliation. For me as a reader, this is wanting to reconcile, wanting to make amends. You do want to make amends with this person. There's nothing in you, no matter how upset or frustrated you may get with this person, there's nothing in you that wants to walk away from this. So you may have like this choice with the Two of Swords, but you keep that blindfold on because you know that it's not really a choice. If you know what I mean. It's like, it's very natural for you to want to keep trying with this person because there's a lot of feelings involved here. And when they push you away, it's very hurtful. It is very hurtful when they push you away. And I also have to say with the Four of Cups, they're regretful about it every time. You could be dealing with a Virgo. You can be dealing with, like I said, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. I think I said that already though. So Virgo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. You can be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. All signs are pretty present here. I'm just not really getting too... Oh, strong Gemini. Very strong Gemini. Very strong Gemini. So, I do have to say, like I said, this person does not actually want to turn you down. It's a defense mechanism. They regret it every time. Every time they push you away and they truly reflect on that and they're like, why am I even pushing this person away? I have feelings for them. They regret it. Like, completely and utterly regret it. We're going to pull some Oracle. So this person's aware. That's why they're like, I know I made mistakes. This person's very aware that it's not healthy what they're doing. They're just having a hard time getting out of their head. They're having a hard time changing that behavior of being stubborn, of being guarded. We have love offer. So beautiful. Valentine's Day can be significant for you. The two of you, and then this is just a collective message that will only resonate with a few, or with some. You know, keep in mind this is meant for several people to connect with, but some of you may have met this person in February, or something big took place in February or around Valentine's Day. Maybe there was some kind of milestone or something like that. We have devoted. This person's very devoted. So I can see how frustrated you could be about this, because when things are good, excuse me, it is allergy season, and that, ooh, we have competition that just flew out. But it is allergy season, so please forgive me. But with competition here, I feel like there's like, I don't feel like there's another person. So I feel like this person has like unimaginary competition. What is unimaginary? I meant, oh my goodness. I meant imaginary. I was thinking of the word imaginary and unrealistic, and I combined it into one word. So, but yeah, I feel like this person has this false indication that came from somewhere where they think there's competition, and there's not. It's like they're competing with themselves. The only person they're competing with is the person they were yesterday, the person that won't open up, the person that won't be vulnerable. And that is the person they should be competing with. But they think that you could be taken from them. So there's this false feeling of competition, like they have to compete, they have to prove themselves, and then they get so much in their head, and then they get frustrated, and then they get guarded. But this is devoted love. This is devoted love right here. This is, you know, this person's devoted, so it's like frustrating for you because it's like when things are good, they're so good, but then they start competing with this imaginary, oh goodness, energy that, you know, this person has very deep abandonment issues, very, very deep. I want to tap into this deck here. Make sure you subscribe, comment down below if you're enjoying this reading, if you're resonating with this reading. Comment down below, please. Subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Guardian angels and spirit guides, can you tell me about this person's past? Or the viewer's past? I want to know what happened in the past. So there we have it. So we have not enough, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear/ego issues, and jealousy. So that's a lot to unpack. This person or you could have dealt with a lack of confidence in past relationships, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy, or your person or your past person, you know, exes, could have dealt with these things and then left you feeling like you weren't enough. Either way, one way, shape, or form. We also have twin flames, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. So I feel like for some of you, you may have had a very, difficult, like twin flame type of relationship or something like that. Now, for me as a reader, and I've said this in readings before, I don't see twin flames as strictly romantic. And I know that's very disappointing for a lot of people to hear. But, you know, I'm a very honest, clairvoyant, and psychic. And unfortunately, as far as, you know, what my beliefs are, a twin flame can be a romantic person, a friendship, a family member. It's not, a twin flame is not this romantic, deep, uncontrollable connection. It's just, that's not what my belief is. I feel like the phrase twin flame just kind of blew up into like this very cheesy kind of terminology, very, you know, catchy. It just catches the attention of people when they hear twin flame, but like realistically, as a reader and a psychic, a twin flame is just someone that you have a lot in common with, and the universe brings that person into your life so that way you can change, because it's like looking in the mirror. So when you see your own actions in someone else, you're more likely to change, because it's like, oh, I don't like when this person did that to me, and now I'm seeing how I may have affected other people. So it's just kind of like it's just like your mother can be a twin flame, your child can be a twin flame. Because I'm not picking up psychically that this person dealt with a twin flame romantically. So I feel like within relationships, they didn't feel enough in the past. You or your person that you're dealing with. Because I did ask for both, for past guidance from both. So I feel like past relationships for you, you never felt like you were enough. You dealt with people who self-sabotaged, they were jealous, they had fear and ego issues. And then the same for them. Possibly, and I feel like, either one of you or both of you dealt with a twin flame connection that was family. I'm picking up on family, like a family member, where the two of you, like I said, not a romantic twin flame, but just, very similar, and it was very challenging, and it created a lot of trauma. And I feel like whoever this person is, I feel like it's a parent or a sibling, is what I'm picking up psychically. Now, you can have a twin flame that's romantic. I'm not picking that up for this reading. I feel like it's a mother or father or sibling relationship where it was very difficult. And like I said, for me as a reader, a twin flame is not a splitting of, one soul. I believe that we don't share our souls. Our soul is whole. We can have a reflection of a soul, or we can need to be near another soul. There can be a magnetic energy that pulls two souls together, but yeah, I just believe souls are always whole. They're never split. And yeah, like I said, I feel like the whole twin flame thing kind of just turned into this gimmicky, kind of like romanticized thing for, unfortunately, a lot of like clickbait, I guess you can say, type of things, but I do believe in twin flames, and I do, my definition, like I said, is you agree before coming here on earth to have this relationship and connection as a way to evolve. When we're here on earth, we're meant to evolve. We're meant to grow. That's why we're physically here, because the soul needs to grow and expand and learn and love and heal. So what better way to heal your soul and then to have a twin flame connection where there's a lot of similarities, a lot of the same traumas, a lot of the same triggers, a lot of the same things that need to be, dealt with, shadow work, changed. So someone definitely had one of you has a sibling or parent twin flame where things got kind of toxic, and it could have been very traumatic. I feel like when we have the yin yang sign here, I feel like when things are good, when things were good with you and this parent or sibling or your person, I feel like they were really good, and when they were bad, they were really bad. So it was like, like a lot of fighting, a lot of not seeing eye to eye. But it helped you know, you change or them change. But it was still a lot to deal with. And I feel like it could have affected, you know, the now. I feel like it could have affected the now. For sure, in terms of being guarded and afraid to be hurt. So I don't feel like this pain and this defensiveness that this person you're dealing with created only came from a place of past romantic relationships. I feel like it also came from a place of childhood trauma, you know, family trauma. So, you know, like I said, when things are good, they're good. I still see a love offer here. I see a lot of passion. I feel like this is definitely someone that you care about a lot, and they care about you a lot. And like I said, I feel like even though they can be very introverted, there's a deep understanding between the two of you, which is very beautiful. And it's like, although there's this decision, like there's not really a decision, because there's sincere feelings here, and I feel like the two of you can definitely work this out. I definitely feel like the two of you can work this out. It would just take a lot of patience and, you know, breaking down walls and healing trauma from past relationships and family trauma, childhood trauma, things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Comment down below if this resonates. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And I can't wait for the next reading. I'm sending you love, luck, and light. Blessed be always, magical souls.